Congratulations on your purchase of the Digital Euro Facial Steamer with LED magnifying lamp. This video will cover everything from unboxing your new item to assembling and using it. Let's get started. When unboxing your item, you can feel free to use a cutter. Just do not cut too deeply into the boxes. Go ahead and start removing the inner boxes. You can also open them with a cutter. Inside the large box, you will find a product manual. Make sure you hold on to this. Also, please hold on to your original packaging until you have assembled and used your unit. Once you have made sure that everything is there and your unit is working properly, feel free to get rid of the packaging, or you can save it if you have space. The first thing to assemble is the base. You will need the following items: the 5-wheel legs, the 5-leg base, the pressing plate, and the bag of parts. Inside the bag are 5 small bolts, 1 large bolt, washers, and a small spanner. Please lay the base down like this. Take your legs and place them in the base. Note that if you can see these holes, the leg is placed correctly. Put the rest of the legs into the base slots. It's okay if they don't stay perfectly inside the base at first. Now take your pressing plate. Notice the little lips that stick out. These lips go into these holes on all 5 of the legs. Go ahead and put the plate on the base, making sure that all 5 lips on the plate go into the correct holes on the legs. This is how your unit should look. All lips are in the correct holes. Notice these holes that line up with the holes on the feet. This is where we will put our 5 small bolts. Grab your 5 small bolts and put 1 small washer on each. Each bolt should look like this. The washer is there to help keep the bolt from loosening. Put the first small bolt in one of the holes and start tightening by hand. Once it is too difficult to do by hand, you can use the spanner to tighten the bolt the rest of the way. Do the rest of the bolts in the same manner. Do not over-tighten them. Snug is good enough. Before moving on, let's check our work. Make sure the 5 lips are still securely in their holes, and make sure the 5 bolts are snug. Next, grab the big bolt from the parts bag. With this, you will need a regular washer and a lock washer. This is how the bolt and washer need to be assembled. First, put the lock washer on the bolt. The lock washer puts tension on the bolt and helps to prevent the bolt from loosening over time. Next, put the regular washer on the bolt. In a moment, we will take this bolt and put it through the large center hole of the pressing plate, like this. This is how we will attach the height adjustment bar to the base. Go ahead and remove the large bolts and accompanying washers. Keep it close by though, as we will need it in the next step. Grab the height adjustment bar. Place it face down like this. Grab your base like this and place it on the bar. The bar will go into the large hole at the base's center. Grab the big bolts and washers from before. Make sure they are still assembled like this. Put the bolt through the large hole at the center of the base pressing plate. This is how we will attach the bar to the base. Tighten the bolt by hand until it is too difficult to do by hand. It should look like this. You can tighten it the rest of the way with the spanner. Tighten it until it's snug. Do not over-tighten. Great job! Now the base and height adjustment are assembled. Next, we will insert the sliding bar. Loosen the tightening thimble on the top of the height adjustment bar. Place the sliding bar inside. Please note that there is a spring inside the height adjustment bar. This is there to help the user with raising and lowering the unit. When bringing the sliding bar down, make sure to hold on to it tightly and do not let go. If you let go, the sliding bar can fly out and potentially cause an injury. Put the tightening thimble back over the sliding bar and tighten the thimble. Next, we will attach the magnifying lamp base. Grab the base and loosen the thimble. Place the base onto the sliding bar like this. At first, the hole might seem too small to fit on the sliding bar, but it's the perfect size. Put the thimble over the sliding bar. When it's loose, this will allow you to adjust the height of your magnifying lamp base without having to adjust the height of your steamer head. Make sure you tighten the thimble once you have the magnifying lamp base at the height you want it. Grab your LED magnifying lamp and place the bar on its bottom into the slot on the magnifying lamp base. Make sure it's all the way in before letting go of the LED magnifying lamp. For demonstration purposes, we will plug the LED magnifying lamp into a wall outlet. Later, we will show you how to plug the lamp into the back of your steamer head. The head swivels extremely easily. Likewise, you can effortlessly raise and lower it. For even more control, you can loosen this knob to move the head around. You can turn the lamp on and off with the green switch. When you have it placed where you want, you can lock it in place with the black knob. Now we will attach our steamer head to the sliding pole. Please note that we removed our LED magnifying lamp for demonstration purposes. You can keep yours on though. Bring the steamer head and arm assembly to the sliding pole. It is all put together for you to make things simple. All you need to do is locate the bar under the steamer head and put it into the sliding bar. Make sure the steamer head is secure in the sliding bar before letting it go. Next, we will set up the water beaker. You will need the water beaker and the gasket. Place the gasket on the top of the beaker. The longer lip of the gasket goes around the outside of the beaker top. Once it is in place, run your finger along the top of the gasket to make sure it is sealed firmly on the top of the beaker. Once you've got the beaker ready, you can put it in its place on the bottom of the steamer head. Notice this lip on the bottom of the head. The outside of the beaker gasket goes inside the lip on the bottom of the head. Notice that it fits flush inside the lip. If your tray is not low enough, you can loosen it until it fits under the beaker. Once the tray is directly under the beaker, make sure the beaker is still properly seated. Then tighten the tray until it's snug. This is what it should look like. We recommend only using distilled water because there are little to no big particles in it. If you don't have distilled water, you can use regular water. If you use regular water, we recommend you clean the beaker more often. If you only use distilled water, you can clean the beaker once per week. If you use regular water, clean it every few days. Please refer to your manual for cleaning instructions. To add water, remove the top cover. Take out the small steel cup and herbs filter. When these are out, you decrease the chances of water splashing up and out of the hole. Pour in your water carefully, making sure not to spill on the top of the unit. Try not to spill, because if water gets into the unit from the top, damage can occur. If you spill, wipe up the water immediately. Make sure the water is above the minimum level, but below the maximum level. If it's below the minimum, add water. If it's above the maximum, remove the beaker and pour some water out. If you're going to use an herbs bag, place the herbs bag into the steel cup. Then place the steel cup into the herbs filter. Place them all back inside the steamer and close the top. Now grab the power cord supplied for your steamer. Plug it into the back of your steamer here. Then plug it into an appropriate wall outlet. Right here is where you can plug in your LED magnifying lamp cord. The button under vapor is the steamer on and off button. Make sure the switch on the back of the steamer is on, otherwise the steamer will not turn on. Remember that O means off and the line means on. Now when you push the button, your steamer will turn on. By default, the energy level is at 0 and the timer gets set to 15 minutes. Make sure to turn the energy level to the maximum level of 5 when you want to get the water boiling. This makes the water boil quickest. After 6 or 7 minutes, the water should be boiling. You can set your desired energy level now. You can also set the timer. 15 minutes works well for most treatments. If you want to use the ozone feature, simply press the ozone button. This will make the steam much easier to see. Please note that even when the ozone is turned off, steam is still coming out. Ozone just makes it easier to see. You can rotate the head of the steamer arm around 360 degrees. It also articulates, giving you precise control. The whole arm articulates, so you can easily place the steamer wherever you want. That's all there is to assembling and using the Digital Euro facial steamer with LED magnifying lamp. Thank you for taking a few minutes to familiarize yourself with your unit. We know that you and your clients will love it.